The time for your annual SWIFT independent assessment is approaching quickly, ahead of the annual December 31st attestation submission date. But how should your organization go about choosing your independent assessor? In this video, we'll highlight the key points of the SWIFT independent assessment framework and discuss what qualifications you should look for in your SWIFT assessor. I'm John Anderson, a SWIFT practice leader here at Schellman. I've been conducting and managing SWIFT assessments since 2020 under the SWIFT Independent Assessment Framework, or the IAF, which is one of several governing documents which guides SWIFT user compliance with the customer security policy. All SWIFT users are required to undergo an annual independent assessment of their compliance with the mandatory controls within the Customer Security Controls Framework, or CSCF, which is at the core of the SWIFT Customer Security Program, and a document that we'll cover in a later video. The IAF provides a structured process for conducting these independent assessments. The specific controls your organization will be assessed upon vary depending upon your organization's chosen implementation of SWIFT architecture, infrastructure, and the SWIFT products in use. Prior to 2021, SWIFT users could conduct a self-assessment to support their attestation of compliance, but this is no longer the case. While self-assessment remains a technical possibility, it's not considered compliant under the guidelines outlined within the IAF. Independent assessments are now mandatory for valid attestation with compliance with the CSCF. So under the IAF, who is qualified to conduct your independent assessment? Well, first, let's talk about independence. According to the IAF, any execution of an independent assessment must demonstrate that the assessor is free from conflict of interest and that the assessor is able to demonstrate a level of independence so that the assessment can be completed in both a reliable and objective manner. Second, the assessor should have recent and relevant experience conducting cybersecurity assessments and audits. Well, what does SWIFT mean by recent and relevant? Well, by recent, the expectation is that the assessor has conducted a cybersecurity-oriented operational assessment in the last 2 years. By relevant, SWIFT means the assessor has experience assessing under such industry-known frameworks or standards such as PCI DSS version 4, ISO 27002, SOC 2 Type 2, or the NIST CSF. Other standards could also be relevant if they're similar in scope and robustness. And third, the assessor should hold at least one industry-relevant professional cybersecurity-related certification, and other individuals supporting the execution of the assessment activities should preferably hold similar certifications. Some examples of these certifications could include PCI Qualified Security Assessor, Certified Information Systems Security Professional, Certified Information Systems Auditor, or ISO 27001 Lead Auditor. To help organizations choose an independent assessor, SWIFT maintains a listing of qualified cybersecurity assessment providers on their website at swift.com, and starting in January 2024, participating providers will be listed as Certified Customer Security Program Assessors as they qualify for this designation over the coming months. Here at Schellman, we want to serve as your SWIFT independent assessor to facilitate your compliance activities and support your annual attestation. If you have any questions, please reach out to us on our website and we'd be happy to have a conversation with you.